What's going on, everybody? Forrest White here, bringing you guys a brand new video. And as per requested from you guys, today we're going to be reviewing my Suzuki Jimny. A lot of you guys that are involved in the mail have wondered about it, wondered if it's good, if it's bad, what's good about it, what's bad about it. And so I'm going to break it down for you guys, tell you all about it, how I got it, the good and the bad, and everything in between. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, so to get started, my Jimny is a 1990 Suzuki Jimny JA11. It has been imported from Japan. It has the 1.3 cylinder turbo engine in it, so it does have a turbo in it, which, let me tell you right now, it does help a lot. The thing tops out at about 70 mile an hour, so if you're looking to get some speed, it definitely doesn't have that, but for delivering the mail, it's perfect for that. Other than that, it's really good. Now, it's really little, so that's one thing you guys are going to have to take into account. If you have a bigger mail route, a lot of volume with your mail route, the Suzuki Jimny probably will be too small. Now, I have a 70 mile route, 600 mailboxes. Most of the time it does great. Now, around Christmas time, normally I have to make 2 trips, which is not a huge problem for me at all. As far as like your gas mileage and stuff, now that is amazing. 70 mile route, normally I spend about 10 bucks a day, which is awesome. But I'm going to show you guys some of the inside here, so let's do that, okay? All right, so as you guys can see, it's definitely messy. This is a work vehicle, but it is right-hand drive. The steering wheel's on this side, makes it way easier to deliver the mail. I would definitely recommend at least a right-hand drive if you're delivering the mail. Now, this model here is 5-speed. That is probably one of my biggest complaints. It kills my knees every day trying to shift gears between mailboxes. I'm literally shifting up into third, dropping it back to second every mailbox. So that is one of my biggest complaints. Now, this does come in an automatic version. You can get an automatic, so I would highly recommend the automatic. Also has four-wheel drive right there. Lock in and out hubs on the front, so that's perfect. No problems there. It does great in the wintertime. It is tiny inside here, you know, it's really little. You're really snug. And normally what I do is that passenger seat right there, I scoot it all the way forward, lay it down, and then I lay my trays of mail and some of my little packages on the seat, and then obviously all of my big packages go in the back. And I'll show you guys more of the back here. It does have the little, this thing is just like a Suzuki Samurai, if you guys know about it. But anyway, the back opens up here, and all of this back here, now that seat's normally laid down, but all of this back here is normally my back space where I put all my packages. And normally, Christmas time, this thing is filled plumb to the top of packages. But that's normally how I do it. I get by with it. But if you guys have a bigger mail route, you might want to take a look at one in person for yourself before you decide to go ahead and buy it. But honestly, it works great for me. I have no complaints. I bought mine from a place called Duncan Imports. They're in Virginia. Pretty much what they do is they import the vehicle from Japan, and then that's it. I mean, they don't do any kind of maintenance on it or anything. They might check your fluids and stuff for you and maybe tell you what needs done to it, but normally they don't do anything. So I have had to do some work to this. So as far as like the suspension and stuff goes, normally the Suzuki Samurai parts will fit it for the most part. Now, anything related to the motor, all of that stuff, I've really had to do a lot of research in order to figure out, especially the turbo in there. So just to give you guys a little rundown, I had my oil changed when I first got it at a local place here, and they ended up putting the wrong oil filter on it. Now, the oil filter they put on there was from the Suzuki Samurai, which in turn sounds right, but actually what happened was they're actually a little bit different, and the oil was leaking from it, from the oil filter, after they, put the new oil in it, and I had no idea. So all of my oil leaked out. blew up the turbo, and so I had to purchase a new turbo. Now I had to do some converting to figure out which American turbo would fit it, because it's come from Japan. So I had to do a little bit of research, but I figured it out. But as far as like this stuff down here, if you guys can see this sway bar here, that was I actually ordered that from India, I believe. It did take a while to get here, but it did work good. Most of your parts like that, anything related to the motor, you're going to have to order from overseas. If you're pretty mechanically sound, like you know a little bit about it, like I do, normally it's pretty easy. You put all your stuff on yourself, but when you take it to a shop, you know, they don't work on these kind of vehicles, these right-hand drives normally, so they're really not going to know exactly what to do. So you just got to keep that in mind. You take it with you keep it in mind, and it might work out for you, it might not. Personally, I mean, I tell you guys, I really love it. I mean, it does really good. It does great in the wintertime. It is little, but gets great gas mileage. And, you know, the only complaints I have is that it's a 5-speed, which is good, but not good for delivering mail. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much else to give you guys I actually lost the original gas cap that come on it. I ordered one from Japan. It cost me like 30 bucks for just a gas cap. And I actually lost it, the one I ordered. So found out that actually a tube of grease, if you get like a tube of grease at Walmart, the little plastic cap fits perfectly. So that's what I got on there. Obviously it's a mess right now. I didn't bother to clean it up. It's a work vehicle, that's all I use it for. If you guys have any questions about it, I'm an open book. You guys can ask me all the questions you have. If you want to, I will show you guys under the hood real quick. So open up the passenger door. Like I said, it's a mess. We'll just open that little glove box, pull the little lever in there. And also it actually came with a Japanese radio in it. Took out that radio and put in a normal one. Well, you know, I guess it's normal for them, but normal for us, I put in a normal one. So there it is, as you guys can see, very little. Down there on the side is your turbo. That's your motor there, very little. It does have a few things that's wrong with it. It had a little tiny battery in it, and I just put a normal size battery. The steering wheel in it, it does have some play. I have messed with it, took it to a shop. They couldn't align it because it was too little for their alignment system. You know, stuff like that. It's just little stuff. Doesn't really affect anything. Like I said, if you guys got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I hope you guys enjoyed the little overview, the review of my Suzuki Jimny. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.